One. It's quite ironic that government bench seems to lack imagination on what a ruined and long gone corrupted world actually means and actually looks like in this debate. Because I think the confusion of the government lies in their inability to understand that dying and living a shit life is uncomparative on either side of the house. The mother isn't stupid. This world is likely to be a world where your chance of dying due to some random fucking event is probably significantly higher than your chance of living. That is to say, maybe you and your child can live another few weeks, maybe even a year, but you could also die the next day because the world is in no way organized, nor does it give a fuck about your position in it. Government assumes the mom has control. Let me be clear, it doesn't, or they don't. I am saying this because I want to emphasize the clash that Joseph points out in his speech, that I don't think DPM managed to directly capture. It just, seems to make a weird case as to what he calls it. It is a given that you and your child will die. But the question that this debate asks is how will that child or how will that death happen and what meaning does it hold for you? Would you rather leave it up to chance for this imperfect and shitty world to dictate when you will lose your life or the love of your life of yourself and your child, or would you take accountability and autonomy for yourself and for your kid so the both of you can be immortalized and save the world from all the problems that it is currently infested in? Gov has to decide, would you rather leave it up to chance or would you ensure you and your child's legacy be at the gates of utopia? Before I get into that extension, because that's my extension, a few rebuttals to Gov Bench. One, PM ties this debate into the interests of the mom, the child, and their individual self-interest. What is the problem of their mechanism? The problem of their mechanism is that it's uncomparative to the arguments that we explained in both my partners and my speech. Your consent as the mother is meaningless if tomorrow your house gets your livelihood gets kidnapped and you get abused. PM says that morality is important in this world. I would really like to question why. Why would your morality at any point be something incredibly important when the visceral reality of your situation is telling you that no matter how moral you try to be, the world will always be something inherently evil as per the motion says? Two, PM says you cannot devalue yourself for society. Like that's the principle that they're operating on. The first response is that it's just not true. You aren't doing it for society because the mother isn't dumb or isn't stupid. The mother knows the massive impacts that this has for herself. PM's own mechanisms about the world being shitty on side government is precisely an added incentive for her to be at the top of this new society. Secondly, it's just precisely in the new world that happens after her as the mother consents, where morality is perfected and can be talked about, where nuanced discussions are plentiful and the mother is not burdened with the selfish act that she may think she has gone through. Third, let's win on Gov's metric of morality. Because as what DPM said, the world is going to shit and the child and the mother are part of it. We think that this is ultimately selfish because the comparative is a literal solution to all of these things. Even if the child and mother are desensitized to it, they will always have a target on their back, not just the mother but the child too, as the ones who damned all of humanity. But DPM says, we can go hermit and isolate somewhere outside of society, right? What kind of selfish life is that? Similar to being a slave to your own existence. This is a selfish decision the mother makes on behalf of her own inability to come to terms with reality. What then is the potential reality that this mother is able to have? Extension. You as the mother have the possibility of immortalizing and making you and your child be the symbol of hope and prosperity to the new world that might exist once your child dies. Why is this true? The first reason this is true is because the world you decide to do this in is a world where all the problems have been addressed. Under our paradigm, things like selfishness, like jealousy, which are deeply rooted causes of all the other problems in the world, stem from automatically gets taken away. Look at how the emotion is phrased. Evil has Peter to when given an antidote to. This is important in and of it. It means that the mother in this world is likely to be praised and to be catered. This, by the way, is a very important mech because this is called because of this particular thing. What this means, she will be catered to by all of the people that she saved and venerated for her actions in the same way we show love and reverence to Mother Mary if you're a Catholic. The second reason this is true is because you are now able to have your child be remembered and be immortalized. Let's compare this with the world that Saib government wants to choose. In government's world, your child is likely to have a matter of, or tons of negative things happen to her, to him, or to them. Note that this is a certainty. It's not a probability. It's not a matter of, oh, maybe my child will become like a good person, or maybe my child will live a good life. No, your child will live a dog shit life for all of the mechanisms of PM in saying that society is absolutely fucked. On our side of the house, your child is now literally Jesus Christ. Your child is now the example of faith and reverence to any person that may forever be born. Know that because of this antidote, this is not likely to change in any respect for the rest of like people in that world. This means that the child is able to be memorialized, to be able to receive all the good graces that the mother would not have gotten otherwise as a consequence of the scared approach the government has in this debate. The third and last reason is you're better able to cater to all of the very lofty things that government is concerned about. If this debate is about morality and self-interest, the point in which all of the other problems occur now gets significantly lessened at the point in which a lot of the conflict in Gov's world is given a new breath of life. Why are the impacts of this so incredibly important? On our worst case, the world is a perfect one where the mother can be comforted for the rest of her life. Why is this important? This is important insofar as it provides a reasonable alternative to the main benefit of government, which is comfort in the only thing you care about, which is your child. Yes, we take the trade-off that your child is not there and that you will feel bad, but things can become better just as much as they can become worse. This is only exclusive to us at the point in which both houses agree that the world cannot get better on side government. At our best, the world is a literal utopia where you are the new Mother Mary and your child is the new Jesus Christ. At our best, you are the inspiration for a new world, and the sacrifice that you make will have meaning for you when everyone is respectful and relevant or reverent of your choice as the mother that sacrificed her own child. This is decidedly within her interest because now she can spend the rest of her life knowing that her child made a better world for everyone. How should you weigh this contribution? DPM posits a quite important metric. How should the mother value her own position in the world that we provide? I think our choice of consent solves all of the moral dilemmas that government says. It solves this false dichotomy of Gov, where it's either my child lives and I'm happy or my child dies and I'm sad. Gov values hope, but you can never act on that hope outside of your position in life. Side opposition, you can. For all of those reasons, oppose.